Welcome to Class 7, Subject Science, Lesson 1, The Living World, Adaptations and Classification. A great variety of plants is found on the earth. Some plants have colorful flowers, some plants grow in water, whereas some are to be found in deserts which have a scarcity of water. Some plants are found only in snowy regions. Some plants cannot be seen without a microscope, whereas some are huge in size. Let us today study how this great diversity come into being. Gradual changes occur in the body parts and also in the behavior of organisms, which help them to adjust to their surroundings. Such changes are called adaptations. Adaptation is not a sudden process. It is gradual and continuous. Adaptation in aquatic plants. Some of the aquatic plants are firmly rooted in the soil at the bottom of the water bodies. Their stems are submerged while leaves and flowers float on the surface. However, some plants are entirely afloat. Their roots are not anchored in the soil. Surface of leaves and stems of many aquatic plants are covered with a waxy layer. Stems of some aquatic plants have air spaces. Air spaces and petioles helps in floating in water. Example, lotus. Adaptation in desert plants. Desert plants are either leafless or their leaves are like small needles or have been modified into thorns. The stem stores water and food, hence it is fleshy. The stems are green as they do photosynthesis. Their roots penetrate deep into the soil in search of water. Some plant stems have thick layer of a waxy substance on it. Example, cactus. Adaptation in plants of snowy regions. Plants of snowy regions are conical in shape due to their sloping branches. In the heavy snowfall and extreme cold in these regions, their conical shape prevents the snow from accumulating on the tree, and the thick bark helps the tree to withstand the cold. Example, Devdar and pine. Adaptation in plants of forest regions. Plants in forest region compete amongst themselves for sunlight. Hence, trees grow tall to get sunlight and climbers and vines grow to a great height with the support of trees. Spring-like tendrils on the stems of some climbers is an example of adaptation. Example, variety of trees, shrubs and herbs. Adaptation in grassland plants. Plants in grassland have fibrous roots to prevent soil erosion. Grasses in the equatorial region are very tall. Animals like tigers, elephants and deer can remain hidden in these grasses. However, grasses in cold regions are very short. Animals like the rabbit are found in such grasses. Vast meadows are found in hilly areas as well as plains. Example, bushes and grasses. Adaptation for ingestion of food in plants. Plant living on another plant and obtaining organic nutrients from it is called a parasitic plant. Some plants are parasitic like dodder cuscuta. It has yellow wire-like stem. It has hostorial roots for absorbing nutrients. These roots penetrate up to the conducting vessels of the host plant to absorb water and food. Fungi do not have chlorophyll, so cannot perform photosynthesis. They obtain food from starchy foodstuffs like a bhakri and bread. Plants like Drosera, sundew, Venus flytrap, pitcher plant grow in such a place where soil has deficiency of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. So to fulfill their need for nitrogen, they consume insects. Like plants, animals too show diversity. Some are unicellular, others are multicellular. Some are vertebrates, whereas others are invertebrates. This world is full of a variety of animals: aquatic, terrestrial, amphibian, reptilian, aerial, etc. Adaptation in aquatic animals. Compared to terrestrial animals, the skin and body shape of aquatic animals appear to have undergone changes. Fishes have scales on the skin and fins on the body. Their body tapers towards both its ends, like a spindle. Fish breathe with gills instead of a nose. Their eyes have transparent eyelids. They have air bladders within the body to help them to float. Animals that live both in water and land are called amphibians. As the frog and duck have webbed toes, they can use their legs like oars. Water flows off the waxy feathers of birds like duck and water hen. Webbed toes, slippery, smooth skin, and a triangular head help frogs to swim easily through water. They can live on land as well as in water due to their ability to breathe through the skin in water and using the nose and lungs on land. The typical colors of a frog's back help it to hide among grasses. Example: duck and frog. Adaptation in forest and grassland animals. Herbivorous animals. Animals which eat grass as food are known as herbivorous animals. The eyes of herbivores are below the forehead, on either side of the head. This gives them wide angle vision which helps to protect them from predators. Their legs are long and tapering with strong hooves, which enables them to run fast, taking long leaps. Their long and freely moving ears can receive sounds from long distances and different directions. Deer and black bucks have colors that merge with their surroundings. Their teeth are strong for chewing tough plant material. Example: deer, giraffe, horse, goat. Carnivorous animals. Animals that live on grass-eating animals for food are known as carnivorous animals. Like the wild dog, fox, tiger, and lion have strong legs to run fast and capture their prey. They have claws and their canine teeth are sharp and pointed. Tigers have padded paws. This enables them to silently stalk their prey and capture it easily. The eyes of predatory carnivores are located in the front of the head. It helps them to spot their prey for a long distance. Example: lion, tiger, fox. Adaptation in desert animals. Deserts are characterized by severe scarcity of water. Hence, desert animals have a thick skin to prevent loss of water from the body. Their legs are long with flat and cushioned soles. The nostrils are protected by folds of skin. The eyelashes are long and thick. Rats, snakes, spiders, lizards in deserts live in deep burrows during daytime and are active at night. Adaptation in animals of snowy regions. A white or silver body color, long, thick hair on the skin are typical characteristics of animals of snowy regions. Example: yak, polar bear, white fox, silver fox, mountain goat, Siberian husky dog, and snow leopard. Adaptation in aerial animals. The spindle shaped body of birds also minimizes the resistance of air while flying. With hollow bones, a body covering of feathers, and modifications of forelegs into wings, their body is light in weight and adapted for flying. The body of insects also is light in weight and taper at both ends. They can fly with two pairs of wings and also walk with six stick like legs. Bats can fly with the help of a patagium, a thin fold of skin between their forelegs and hind legs. Adaptation in reptiles. Animals like house lizard, garden lizard, crocodile use their muscles for creeping. Similarly, they show adaptation in skin, soles of feet, body color, etc. For example, the house lizard and monitor lizards have clawed toes and thin soles, whereas snakes have a scaly skin. Adaptation for food in animals. The adaptations an animal acquires to help get and eat its food will depend on what the food is. Herbivorous eat only plants, no meat. They don't have to catch their food, only find it. Carnivorous eat only meat, not plants. They have to find and catch their food, and sometimes the food fights back. Omnivorous eat both meat and plants. Special adaptations are seen in each category to make the process of feeding easy. Adaptation for blending with the surroundings. Camouflage is a type of adaptation that allows animals to blend it with their surroundings. The adaptation helps to protect them from the enemies. With camouflage, an animal is able to hide by blending into its surrounding. We cannot easily spot colorful butterflies, lizards, and grasshoppers. They get blend between grasses, parts of plants like stem, leaves, flowers, etc. That is because their color blends with those of their surroundings. Darwin's theory of evolution. Great scientist Charles Darwin, a biologist, suggested after his study that only those organisms are likely to survive which can best adapt themselves to a changing environment. This is called theory of survival of the fittest. If an organism is born with a new beneficial characteristic and is able to survive, this change is preserved in the next generation. This is called the theory of natural selection. Classification of living organisms. Different scientists have used different criteria and independently classified plants and animals. A hierarchy is formed in the classification that starts with kingdom Animalia or kingdom Plantae. Further groups and subgroups are formed depending upon basic similarities and differences. Binomial nomenclature by Carlos Linnaeus. Carlos Linnaeus developed a two-word naming system called binomial nomenclature. Each species is given a two-part scientific name. Scientists have a system for naming all the living organisms on Earth. The system was created by a Swedish scientist named Carlos Linnaeus. It consists of two parts. The first part is genus and second species.